Hello, hello. Greetings. So, yeah, I don't know if it's evening or day or whatever for you, but I sure hope you're having a good time. And if not, well, I hope it gets better. Look, I do care about you. Not because I know you, not because of anything. I mean, even if you're like a day one fan, technically speaking, because you are technically speaking a day one fan. Like again, I may never know you, as I keep saying, but I do care about you as a human. You know, empathy, compassion. I care about you. So yeah, I sure hope it gets better. And yeah, I mean, ideally, right after this video, you're gonna get the best news of your life. uh, Ideally, but who knows? Who knows? At minimum, I sure hope you're, doing better than where I'm at. Just, uh, look, I'm not gonna trauma dump everything in this video, but I'll just say this much: my head hurts. I already can't sleep, and somehow these past few weeks it's been even worse. Um, and then there's just stress from you know, said all the university stuff. Things are getting bad. Yeah, it's it's bad. It's bad right now. Um, yeah. Despite that, though, well, no, actually, no. Even my mental health has been pretty bad. But don't be too worried. I've been through much worse. So yeah. Anyway, that's enough of that. Otherwise, this is gonna be a super sad video. But yeah. Hmm. Uh, so sorry. I don't know what exactly to talk about. What exactly I should talk about or whatever. Because I don't script any of these videos. Um, I don't script. I don't. I mean, sometimes I have a general idea, but no, I don't script. I can just hit record and whatever goes, whatever goes, then it goes. That's it. I mean, yeah, yeah. Just kind of go with the flow, just keep on. I don't know. But yeah, I just yeah hit record and I go. So yeah, these are also unedited. So yeah, that's kind of why I have no intent of monetizing any of my content actually, because I don't know, it doesn't seem like for what I do, like no. Look, if I was like actually editing some stuff and like actually making this quality, then maybe I would. But like as of right now, nah. We're just people. And plus, I'm not doing this for money. I got what's it? I got jobs. I don't. Yeah, yeah. Like I do this mostly for me, and I also do this in some way for you. I hope somehow this helps you. Cause I'll be honest, there's these stuff like these little talks we have that, let's be honest, they transcend space and time. Because look, I don't know where you are, but somehow you're seeing it, right? And then let's say 10 years from now, you revisit this. You'll be hearing me 10 years ago, and then you know, I'd be talking to, you know, someone 10 years from now. Like it's weird, but something about it, like something about how this unusual arrangement we've got. It helps me. It helps me a lot. Like seeing, like, well, admittedly, I'm a very intrinsic type person. Like a lot of me and both my habits and my hobbies and how I approach things in general, it kind of does lead to me going solo. Being a soloist type, right? And yeah, for good and bad, mind you. But excuse me. Um, as a result, right? As a result of that, it's hmm, hmm. As a result of all that, it's like, how do I say it? It's like despite being very intrinsic, I'm not one of the types of people who are like, you filter out everyone, you're the only one that, nah, because I'm gonna be honest, that's delusion. That's called living in a bubble. I'm all for self empowerment, but never forget that it's always gonna be bigger than you, and that's why you're important, because everything's bigger than you, right? That means that you're capable of doing great things, and if you do make a lasting impression, you're making a lasting impression that'll touch countless people. So yeah, but what's it? Yeah, like even if I'm not very extrinsic, because like other people, they're gonna be like, oh no, this one doesn't get as much views, or oh, this one, maybe they won't like it if I do this, or For me, I don't bother with those as much, or more no, more of those thoughts don't bother me as much, but um, yeah, it's I still do check it just to see what's going on, and overall, the response is very positive. There's a lot of likes. No one's disliked anything so far as of speaking, and that's, I don't know. That to me is insane because I never thought of myself as a particularly likable person or a person that you know like is worth of like, well, at least in this context, in a way of like of people's time, at least in this context, like it's, yeah, no, I just never envisioned it, and yet here I am. Like, I know this isn't like a large amount of people, right? But I'm sure it's large because even nowadays there's obviously there's billions of people alive and stuff, but like how there's like videos and you'll say, oh, that's a couple billion sometimes, right? But have you forgotten how large like even just 1,000 people is? You know what I mean? Um, I'm pretty sure in my college, not my university, just my college, right? Because obviously there's university, there's a bunch of smaller colleges, in like smaller colleges that are like branches of the university, right? Um, I'm pretty sure there's not even like 1,000 students in like currently enrolled in my what's it in my entire college. So let's like let's recontextualize for a second, right? Imagine if I'm what's the term? Imagine if I'm well, actually no, sorry, not the entire college. My at least in my course in my college, right? So like if you just imagine that for a second, like imagine if I was talking to everyone in my course. That's so many people, right? Like we're lost on how many, how big 1,000 is, right? And yeah, I don't have 1,000 yet. I don't have 1,000 subs or views, but it's a few hundred, and like it's it's flattering, honestly. Like again, I know it's not a lot. Like I know this isn't mind boggling or whatever. Like I know this is like it's oh, someone just subscribed. Oh. Um Sick. I just wanted to check to be sure, but yeah, that's nice. But what was I saying? I mean, just seeing so many people, like and stuff. It's like, yeah, that's again. I never thought of myself to be likable or worth people's time like this, at least, because let's face it. Are you really gonna sit? These are just rambles. I admit these are low effort. It's also why, again, as I said, I have no intent to monetize at all ever. But well, ever assuming I don't change content. Like I keep this channel for this stuff, right? But yeah, I don't know. It's just it's never imagined that, you know. Because again, you may never know me, but what's weird is you're going to hear my inner machinations. You're gonna hear these rambles, these unfiltered, unprocessed, just raw feeling, these raw like thoughts. And most people who know me in real life, they don't get to hear this type of stuff. They probably never will, honestly. Like yeah, like this is again a part of it's insane. Honestly, a bit foolish on all of our parts, but foolish doesn't mean it's bad, you know, because look, I'm tired. I have a headache. These past few days of weeks actually have been horrible, and the upcoming weeks don't look like they're gonna be any better. If like I'll just be busier actually, and yet just now this is I don't know. Even just this stuff it does put a smile on my face. So yeah, uh, I sure hope. Yeah, I sure hope that. Hmm, I sure hope in one way or another I can bring that level of joy to you as well. Because this really brings me a lot of joy. Like, probably more than most people would think was reasonable, I'll be honest. Just the fact that someone's gonna sit here and listen to me. But it really does. In a way, it like gives me a level of internal peace amidst the constant internal noise I have. But yeah, I think that's all for now. I think that's all for now. Yeah, I I don't want to go on for too long. Like I don't want to keep yapping forever because I feel like uh, I don't know. There's only so much I can talk about if it's just me, solo rambling, just talking and talking. At some point, At some point, I'm going in circles, and I don't know if even if y'all would. I don't know if y'all would even want to hear that if I'm just going on and on and on. So I mean, yeah, yeah. But yeah, thank you for listening. I hope somehow you gain something from this. But yeah, just remember, okay? Remember, have empathy. You know, be kind, but also in a healthy way. Like don't be those types of people who just let themselves get like completely walked over. Like, no, don't no. Like you yourself are important, and you should know that. And sometimes people you just won't get along with them, and you know sometimes people just mess you up. And sometimes the world messes you up. Except that doesn't mean you yourself did anything wrong. You're incredible. Like humans, we do a lot of bad stuff. We've done a lot of bad stuff. We're capable of horrible things, but a lot of good things as well. We've done a lot of good things. We've, yeah, yeah, and never forget if there's anything that like you dreamed of. Trust me, you could do it. I believe in you. Okay. Yeah. Good night. Well, good morning. Well, oh, whatever.